Hey, welcome back for another pen review. Today we're going to be covering the TWSBI Mini, the Diamond Mini. I've done a video on the TWSBI Diamond 580, so I want to cover the Diamond TWSBI Mini. And we'll actually put these side by side here for a size comparison. Let's see, the Mini is quite a bit shorter when it's capped. Now when it's uncapped and posted, you'll see that it becomes a little bit more substantial and certainly easy to hold. But we'll review that in a moment. Wanted to give a quick little close-up of the pen. We'll talk a little bit about it. This is the clear demonstrator model. It does have on the TWSBI pen itself, of course, on the cap, you've got the TWSBI logo on top of the finial here on the cap. You've got a very springy clip. Okay, feels really good. Doesn't really move. Actually, there's one thing about this that I did notice. You have the clip. If you push it to the left or right, it does move, but that's because it's got this very flat connecting section here, and it's kind of movable, but it doesn't seem to be a big deal. It's very flexible and it's springy and solid, so I don't feel it's going to break or anything. I'm sure if you twisted it too hard it may, but I guess that goes with anything. On the cap here, you've got the TWSBI, which is more kind of like a brushed finish there, and then on the back it says Mini Taiwan. Again, this is a piston, which is really great for a mini pen. It's a piston filler, which is awesome. You've got the chrome band here. You've got some threads here above the piston turning cap here, and that's to screw on the cap on the back, and that way you're not accidentally unscrewing the piston when you're moving it around on the back end. Screw off the top. That's a screw off, and here you've got and I have this in a medium nib, and on the see if we can get that to focus here. On the nib you've got, says TWSBI, M for medium. You've got the TWSBI logo on there, and then some engraving on the top there as well. Kind of neat. You've got the feed. Simple. Great pen. I mean, you'll notice on the writing sample that the medium on the Mini writes a finer line than the medium on the 580. Just be aware, it's a smaller nib, but I'm supposing that's why. But if you cap it, it's really, you could use it uncapped, unposted, excuse me. It does rest securely on the hand enough to where you have some leverage, but I find that it's just more comfortable for me, screw it on, when it's posted, to write. It hangs off a little bit better, more like a regular pen. So, terrific pen, terrific writer. Again, a great TWSBI nib. I mean, it's just smooth as smooth can be. And I love the fact that, of course, I got the demonstrator, the crystal model, the clear model. And the fact that it's piston filler, my God, that holds a ton of ink for a mini pen. It holds well more than any kind of cartridge, so it's a great pen to have on hand. We'll do a writing sample for this pen, and then we'll take it from there. So we'll bring over a pad of paper here, and we'll go with our writing sample. So this is the TWSBI Mini, the Diamond Mini actually, and the nib is medium, and the ink for today, in honor of it being October and approaching Halloween shortly, is Private Reserve Vampire Red. Now, This is more on the brown side. If you compare this to, and I'll give you a quick example, the closest thing that I find to this, I guess, is one of my favorite inks, which is Diamine Oxblood. This is, I'll give you an example, this is the Oxblood. The Oxblood has more of a red tint in there. By the way, Oxblood is probably one of my most favorite inks. I think it's just fabulous looking. It really does look like blood. Amazing. But, you know, not too far off. Just the Vampire Red tends to lean more toward the brownish red, and the Oxblood is more toward, you know, a deeper dark maroon blood red. But the Vampire Red is pretty cool. So I figured I want to use that for it being October, so we'll do that. Now back to the TWSBI Mini. Again, the line, and I'll give you a line variation. This is the 580 diamond. Actually, this is the stub. We don't want to use that one. Let's use the, it's a 5, this is the 580 as well, but I got the red blue version, but it's also the 580. But this is the one that I have the medium nib on it. So we'll give some line variation here using the medium. And then this is the mini. There is a difference there. You can see, and I'll put them side by side actually one more time here. Here we've got, that's the stub. Here is the mini, or the Diamond 580 medium, and the Diamond Mini medium. So the 580 just puts down a thick, the nib puts down a thicker line. Not too bad. I mean, I would still consider this a medium, but it's just more of a medium fine. Western medium fine. Quick writing sample. Very smooth writer in terms of speed. Not to be legible. It absolutely keeps up. In terms of wetness, kind of on the drier side. I find that the Mini actually is on the drier side, which is interesting. And if you compare that to the 580, it's more on the wet side. So be prepared, and I think that's part of it. I don't know if it's just the pen that I got, but the flow is great. Everything about the Mini is perfect. It just tends to write drier, and it tends to write more of a final line. So just be prepared for that. But by no means is that a negative. I think it's actually a pretty good positive. Line variation is going to be pretty minimal. No pressure, more pressure, a little bit more. So it's mild. Probably if you flex it a little bit, if at all, it's a steel nib, but if you flex it a little bit, you'll get pretty much a no pressure 580 diamond line. So you know, there is some variation. You can see here the thick line to the thin line. So there is some, as you can see. So you can squeeze something out of it. By, again, by no means is this a flex pen or semi-flex. It's just you can get some line variation out of it. Great pen, fun to write with, easy to carry, easy to pocket. The clip is great, fits in any pockets. It's a great pen to kind of throw in your bag or something, or pocket, or keep it with you in terms of a quick writer. Want to whip it out? Fantastic. Love the Mini. There's really nothing negative I can say about it. It is what it is. It serves its purpose. It's a smaller pen. Just be prepared for the difference in the nib versus the 580 diamond. It's going to, at least in my experience, it's a little thinner and it writes a little bit drier, but nothing that is, like I said, a big issue. Cool thing with this too is even when you do flex it, you'll see you get some nice shading. Like in this Vampire Red, you have like light here, and then you have darker here. So you will be able to get some variation out of it. And I put tanzanite in this one, Private Reserve Tanzanite, and also got some neat shading in there as well. So I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. Thanks.